morning and welcome back to the My Crypto Journey live stream. Here for Is Crypto Dead? Now, obviously, the titles are clickbait to get you guys in here, obviously. You know what we do on social media in general. But do me a favor, if you're watching over on YouTube, like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching over on X, make sure to like and repost. And make sure to check out the sponsor of the month is VECHAIN. Links to everything is in the description down below. You know, during these times, when things seem uncertain, it's always important to double down on good, solid projects and honest. And obviously, VECHAIN has been around forever, right? I don't need to tell you guys that. Everyone knows VECHAIN. Obviously, UFC, my favorite sport, one of their biggest partners and those sorts of things. You know, new wallet coming out with VWorld. I'm having a video coming out with that soon. VBetterDAO. Pretty much everyday applications that like are important in your regular lives. You can just use by existing and earn and those sorts of things. So when it comes to real world adoption, VECHAIN is #1. What's going on, guys? How we doing? What's up, Bryn Rex? How we doing? Beef, good morning, good morning. Legal Alien, good morning. What's up, Legal Alien? Randall, Bud. What's up, Jeffrey Kush? How we doing? Got the boys in the chat already. Now, obviously, things are slowing down in the crypto space, and I'm not sure if they're going to get better anytime soon, at least not within the next few months. And obviously in the crypto space, that is an eternity. Now, we did get some pretty big news yesterday that did push, pull the crypto market up a little bit. But as we stand right now, Bitcoin's still floating around 91K. And obviously we went under $90,000 yesterday, right? But we did get earnings reports for NVIDIA, and pretty much they smashed it out of they blew it out of the water, right? Smashed their expectations. Now, some people would say that it's just a huge bubble, which, hey, if you want to say that, do your thing, whatever. But it actually is important that NVIDIA did get their earnings reports. They reported $57 billion in revenue, higher than expectations, which is nice, right? Obviously, NVIDIA, tech, right? Say it's a bubble if you want, but when it comes to crypto, we treat it as tech, right? That's just how it moves. Crypto's a risk on asset, guys. And when things aren't looking good in the market, we've been through this before. Obviously, things are a little different this cycle. That sometimes, it just doesn't work work for us, right? So it is what it is. It doesn't matter if the market if crypto's dead or having a lull right now. But at the end of the day, we're going to still keep making content. We're still going to keep buying the dip on our favorite projects. And today, of course, I'll share projects with you that I think that are kind of bulletproof in those sorts of things, Legal Alien, how we doing? Ramen Senpai, Jeffrey Kush, how we doing? Ponky in the chat. Ponky, what? It's good to see you guys in here. And we were talking about you guys yesterday. Price is down pretty bad, but it's good to see you guys in the space, man. And I hope you guys continue to keep making content and just you guys are the trendsetters of the space, right? You guys started a whole narrative, and hopefully meme coins make a comeback, Shout out to Ponky. We love Ponky. Ramen Senpai, thank you so much for reposting the stream. I appreciate you. DGen, how we doing? Shout out to the El Meow community. Beef says NVIDIA has higher market cap than Bitcoin. Super bullish. The report was positive. NVIDIA has a higher market cap than the entire crypto space. It's funny because the largest liquidation event we had in the crypto space was 19 billion. And they just made $250 billion yesterday. Their entire market cap increased 5%, which is kind of crazy for a large stock, right? But it is what it is. NVIDIA running the world right now. Subject 106, how we doing? Happy Thursday. What is dead may never die type shit. Let's go. Let's go, Ponky. Dude, I'm glad to see you guys in the chat. That's awesome. I don't think any other meme coin project has come into the chat. I appreciate you guys. Let's hang out. Happiness Coin, thank you so much for reposting the stream. I appreciate you. Obey. GM, how we doing? How we doing, boys? What's up? What's up? Good to see you guys in the stream. We do have some more news to talk about. Obviously, there's big people in this space like Tom Lee. He's like what Michael Saylor is to Bitcoin, but he's with Ethereum, right? He talked about how he thinks that ETH is going to bottom out. That this is the bottom for ETH. He thinks that we're going to have a $7,000 Ethereum by the end of 2025. I'm going to say I don't know. And there's a lot of technical analysis and stuff out there, and I get it. But really, what if, NVIDIA had bad earnings yesterday? And then obviously the market would be looking a little worse. I mean, it didn't happen, but it could, It could have happened, and it could have made us look really, really bad. Obviously the market would have pulled back and those sorts of things. Now, obviously we have delusional bulls in this space, and I think there's, room for delusion because sometimes you have to be in the crypto space. But obviously Tom Lee is down pretty big, right? Pretty big. Selma says, why did you rug us with the stream? So I scheduled the stream so I did a morning stream yesterday. I scheduled an evening stream, and I thought I canceled it because I was on a Twitter live space and we went a little long, and I just didn't want to do an evening stream because there was not a ton of news, but I ended up trying to, I canceled it on StreamYard, didn't cancel it on YouTube. And I forgot that, that it still was there. So my bad. I know Jayhawk texted me. He's like, hey man, Zcash ripping, who's surprised here? Obviously Zcash, one of the big narrative plays, which is interesting. And I wonder if it's because, that people really care about privacy, or it's just a trend, Is Zcash just trending? Because it's hot right now, privacy. Now, I do think there's a need for privacy, right? Obviously in the crypto space, but I don't necessarily think it's pumping because of that. I just think that it's like one of those narrative plays, which is fine, right? Because if you look at Zcash, right, all time, it's down pretty bad. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter what you think of Zcash. The truth is it's moving. And if you're going to ignore narratives, whether they're legit or not, you'd be stupid, right? That's just the name of the crypto space, right? I think that use case and utility in the crypto space is still for people in the crypto space. We haven't really branched out to the real world yet, unless you're looking at Bitcoin and it as a store of value, right? A digital gold. Even though Bitcoin wasn't created for that, it was created as a form of currency. That's how people are viewing it right now. But Zcash is doing very, very well. And you're starting to see privacy metas do very, very well. So, look, if you bought Zcash when it came out, you're probably not feeling too good, right? I think it has all-time high here of $4,200, which is a lot of room to go. But I mean, if you bought Zcash at all during the last year, month, fucking week, you're sitting, 40% on the week is absolutely insane. And the cool thing about crypto is like, no matter what's going on in this space, there's something, no matter if the market's dumping, there's something doing well. And Zcash is one of those plays. So shout out to people who got into Zcash. Privacy meta is here. And the cool thing about Zcash, right? And I'll talk more about this a little later in the stream too, is that you got people like Arthur Hayes, right? Really all in on Zcash, which I think is interesting. Now, do I believe everything Arthur Hayes says? No, because this is the same guy who was like saying Hyperliquid was going to 127x and sold his whole fucking bag. But when you have people like Arthur Hayes talking about, like literally everybody's talking about Zcash. Is it because they own it? I think he does. But a lot of people, it's for engagement, right? This is good for our project. Like this is good. And it's ripping. So shout out to people who got into Zcash. And look, there's going to be a lot of good altcoins to buy and a lot of good projects to pay attention to, during this, even during tough times. Guys, this is where the rubber meets the road, you could say. This is where shit hits the fan, you could say. Because when the market dumps like this, right, and when it's boring, the volume's down, the general interest is just meh in crypto right now, right? For a few different reasons. This is the time to look at plays that are solid, that are working, that are still here, right? And there's plenty of good projects that'll survive whatever pullback we're having. A lot of small cap meme coins won't survive. That's just part of the game. But a lot of big, tough projects that have stood the test of time are going to be okay. That's just how it always is. They're going to be okay, right? Maybe the bull run's over, right? Maybe it is. But next time we pump, it's going to be absolutely insane. And this is the time for you not to leave the crypto space, but this is the time for you to get in and learn and buy good projects, because you may not. Solana went down to $8 in 2022. Who knows if you'll get a play like that again, but it could happen. So lock in, right? Lock in. Hyperliquid, Aster, Zcash, right? BNB, Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, even XRP, even though I think XRP is a little kind of crazy sometimes, whatever. Monero, the ISOs, Avalanche. There's plenty of top plays that are probably going to be okay, right? So think of it like that. Should we be selling our alts? I would be doubling down on your favorite alts for sure. Zcash is the only hope day traders have right now. Yeah, well, hey, it's Zcash and a few other ones. Are you sponsored by VECHAIN? Yes, I am sponsored by VECHAIN. Shout out to VECHAIN. Zcash price could pass BNB. It could, yeah. I don't know about market cap size, but definitely price for sure. I think Zcash is at $11 billion market cap size, and obviously BNB is at $123 billion, but price for sure. Black Friday sell, you idiots. Wolfpack, what's up? What's up, SEDTLA? How we doing? Kyra says, damn, I haven't watched you since you were promoting Volt. Glad to see you're still grinding. That's right, baby. I'm still grinding. Yeah, but if we dump to 68K Bitcoin, then what will happen to alts, bro? Well, I mean, you just got to understand that. Look, some altcoins and some meme coins are going to be pumping regardless of what the fuck's going on in the market. But usually everything will follow Bitcoin, right? It'll follow Bitcoin down. And if that happens, we'll load up. But the truth is, like, no one knows when the bottom is. We can say we do, but we don't. And there's a lot of things happening outside the crypto space that'll tell you what's going on, what's going to be going on with the crypto space. For example, we have job reports coming out. We have interest rates that may or may not be cut and those sorts of, that's a huge deal, guys. Keep in mind, guys, if we don't lower interest rates, obviously, that puts a strain on the economy because not a lot of people are taking risk. And the truth is, even though the president's saying stuff about, low inflation, I just think the average American is feeling the hurt and the squeeze from what's going on economically. It's just, you see it everywhere. I mean, kids leaving, getting out of college, and they have massive amount of debt and they can't find a job. Rich are getting richer, obviously, because if you're rich, you can invest in different things, stocks and cryptos, and you can buy when it's low. But if you're poor, you kind of miss the boat on those things. You can't really invest because you're using money to buy everyday things, right? So, during these times, it's just hard for people. I mean, credit card, delinquencies at all times. I mean, the highest in like 5 years or some shit like that. I think maybe all time. It's just tough. People don't have enough money to pay their mortgage and things like that. Like, so it's hard for people to, especially like retail, to get into crypto on a mass scale and create some sort of, retail kind of surge in crypto. We're just not seeing that. It's not what we're seeing. We're seeing crypto do well, but it's not because of retail. It's because institutions really, those sorts of things. Who knows why the job numbers are wacky? Maybe it's because we deported all these people. I mean, who knows? It's tough. It's tough to tell what's really going on. So there's a big political element to this, so just keep that in mind. It's huge. And then we're seeing like a lot of, institutions just sell. Like a lot of people are selling like their Bitcoin, right? A lot of these institutions, we saw that BlackRock dumped a record $523 million in Bitcoin as Bitcoin slips further in the bear market. We saw that yesterday, and that's true. We have people like Michael Saylor buying Bitcoin, but we have institutions that were responsible for this pump sell. And at the end of the day, guys, when it comes to these institutions, they're not here because they're here to maybe they are. They're not like me and you, right? We're looking out for ourselves and our families, and we're trying to, have crypto change our lives. They're here to hit their bottom line, which is to make money. Right? These institutions, they're gonna sidestep and not catch falling knives, right? They're not. They're gonna sell, let the market do what it's gonna do, buy back when they can at a cheaper price. So that's important to pay attention to. Institutions will cause massive capitulation, and we saw this yesterday. FOMC minutes release. Several members said a December cut likely not appropriate, but some said that was appropriate. Right? Data during shutdown showed gradual labor market cooling. So that's not good. Several participants warned of a possible stock market drop, especially if there's an abrupt reassessment of AI-related assets, right? Because we have to factor in a bunch of different things that are changing just the way we function as a society. And AI is a huge part of it. It's a huge part of it. So that's something to keep in mind. Let me read some of these comments. Dutch Bros is a good stock to buy right now. Also Rivian, if you like stocks. Dutch Bros projected an open 5K stores in the US. They currently have 800 open. I've been to Dutch Bros before. I'm not sure if it'll beat Starbucks, but it could be a competitor. What I've noticed about coffee, especially with Starbucks, is that they have a Starbucks on every corner. You can never get too much caffeine, right? Shout out to Pump Mind Virus. Ticker is PMV. Appreciate you guys hopping in the stream. What's up, Blaze is not dead. Nope. Just shaking out the Jeets. Shaky, shake them Jeets out. True. There's no cure for PMV. Bless up my G. You keep saying PMV wrong. I know. Why is this stream not named Jayhawk was right? Give me my moment. Bro, we've pumped since you were last on the stream, bro. We pumped. We literally pumped. What are you talking about? I mean, we're dipping now, but obviously NVIDIA, good earnings yesterday. You know, we'll see how long that little pump lasts, you know? But it's going to be interesting. So U.S. September unemployment data came in at 4.4 versus 4.3 expected. October's unemployment data won't be released, so the odds of a rate cut won't change much. Okay, so that's bearish for crypto, right? So let me see if we have any more. And just the volume in crypto is going down, like the general interest. Wait, well, this says U.S. economy added 120,000 jobs in September, higher than expectations. I don't know. I guess it depends how you interpret that data sometimes, but that's the kind of conflicting information we're getting right now. And I trust Watcher Guru, you know. We did see that Ray Dalio says 1% of his portfolio is in Bitcoin. It's like, yeah, okay. I don't really care. You know, I think it's a boring day in crypto when we start putting up, you know, stories like that. Like, I don't give a shit what Ray Dalio has in his portfolio. You know what I mean? I just don't. You know, got to get my coffee and Shilijit. What's that? Gotta be all aggro. I kind of feel like it's going down. I want to get more solid assets. True. I mean, the thing is, like, and shout out to you know, PMV in the chat. I appreciate you guys hopping in and chilling and whatnot, because like literally you guys are one of the best communities. I appreciate you guys. You and PFP and Rug. I appreciate you guys hopping in the stream. You know. All right, let's see what else I have today for news. We're going to be hanging out a lot today too. This is pretty funny. So we did see that World Liberty Finance says and this is the problem I have with this administration, right? We have you know, Eric Trump and Donald Trump Jr. talking about how, you know, they're getting debanked, and the reason why they like crypto is because they had a problem with Chase Bank and they couldn't get loans and stuff like that. But now we're literally the first day that World Liberty Finance goes live, like they literally freeze wallets. So World Liberty Finance users say the project froze wallets, enforced KYC, and even moved assets without a vote. So what's the point, right? It just goes to my narrative that, you know, I think that the Trumps are just lining their pockets, which is fine, but it's like, I just don't want them to pretend for 4 years like they actually give a shit about crypto and not actually care about crypto, you know, which is whatever, you know? Did you know BlackRock bought more Bitcoin? Ooh, bullish. I know, right? I know. It's so fucked up too. It's so fucked up. That's all we talk about, because this is supposed to be the space of power to the people, fuck the man, decentralization. Now we're like, please make a Bitcoin reserve. Please buy Bitcoin. It's so corny. Shieldjat, we need to talk, Rodney. Good for your health and performance. Oh, okay. Trump is trying to destroy Bitcoin and replace it with his coin. Plus, they've been rugging their coins. That is true with Anonymous Thug. We have seen like Trump coin. Like Trump coin was I mean, let's be honest. You know, and Anonymous says Trump has been robbing crypto. What we do know for sure is that his net worth has gone up almost $1 billion from crypto, and there's a lot of unrealized gains. And the whole CZ thing, like pay for play kind of thing, or pay for pardon, is kind of crazy to me. You know. I'm not surprised. I'm a little surprised. I'm a little surprised. You know, I'm a little surprised, but but it ain't over. It ain't over. You know, here's a couple of things that, you know, Trump obviously wants to replace Jerome Powell, you know, which I think is like, I don't know. You know, is Jerome Powell some political guy who just doesn't fucking care about the country and who's just trying to destroy us because he doesn't like Trump? I don't think so. Is Trump the guy attacking him and the fucking news every day and talking to him like a 10-year-old? Yeah, that's crazy. Or has Jerome Powell, in the grand scheme of things, done a good job at getting us from 9% all the way down to where we're at today with inflation? I think he's done a pretty damn good job, right? So I just think like he's going to replace him with like a yes man. And I don't know if we should have yes men in these parts of our government just doing what Trump wants, like for instant gratification instead of thinking about our country, 100 years down the road. Like, is it going to be good for us later that we're getting some guy in the Federal Reserve that's going to do what Trump wants? Or are we going to get somebody there who thinks they're doing the best for our country, And yeah, we may get some stimulus checks, but to me, it's like, the thing is, like the stimulus check thing, it's a different situation. Everybody's like, they're kind of thinking back to like the COVID situation where everyone was locked in. A lot of people were collecting unemployment, making more than they ever made in their lives and getting stimulus checks. It's different. And I think everyone got a stimulus check, not just, a certain, certain wealth class, or certain whatever. And then we had those PPP loans for small business owners that a lot of people got arrested for because they misused them. But what I'm saying is, it's like, I don't think that's going to do the same thing we think it's going to do. It's not for crypto, at least, because I just feel like it was a different time, different formula. Everyone's trapped in their house. Everyone was like downloading brokerage accounts and trading and those sorts of things. And that wasn't just crypto. And it was kind of like a perfect storm. I just don't think it's going to do as much for the crypto space as we think. And a lot of people that are going to be getting these stimulus checks are probably going to be paying off their credit card, paying for rent, paying for food, and those sorts of things. The truth is, guys, boomers always give the younger generation shit, but they really did. You could be a fucking mailman or a milk delivery guy, buy a house and have your wife be a homemaker. You cannot do that these days. You just cannot. You cannot. You need two incomes. Even people making over 100K a year need to fucking, they need to work. They need to have roommates and work extra jobs. It's just kind of crazy, I'm just saying the truth, Obviously, in my opinion, I don't know. But we'll see. The market is pulling back right now quite a bit. It's about 1 point. It's dumping actually kind of at a fast pace. What's up, Stonk TV? How we doing? Well, don't bash the boomers. I mean, come on. They have been purposely draining liquidity to manipulate the crypto markets too. They have been creating FUD by doing so. Yeah, I mean, it's obvious when Trump tweets a big major policy with China about 100% tariffs or some weird shit, it's going to dump the market. It's so and I get it. People getting liquidated, it's like, oh, don't use leverage. But it's so unfair to like look at the market analysis and analyze everything and use all your little indicators and then all for it to be fucked by one Trump tweet, right? It's kind of fucked up. Doing all right, thanks. How are you? I'm doing pretty well, brother. Got money to sit at home and do nothing. Yep, I bought fucking memes. I was angry, but I degened at the same time. Hey, degenning it's like the casino, right? But I just hope I hope something works out. But it could be good in the future. Like we could change. Like we could have short-term gain for like long-term pain when it comes to, I mean, we're never going to pay off this debt. Let's be honest, right? Making a line as support to see if the candles stop. Hey, wait for a tweet. It says Bitcoin has entered the most bearish levels of the current bull cycle per crypto quant. Will we see a rebound? I mean, you have a lot of perma bulls in this space, which I love, but it's just hard to tell. It's just hard to tell. Obviously we're in extreme fear with the fear and greed index and those sorts of things. We'll see. It's going to be interesting, right? Watch Saitama get relaunched by Trump. Let's see maybe some bullish news. President Trump is planning $2,000 stimulus checks. Japan is preparing for a $110 billion stimulus package. China is giving a $1.4 trillion stimulus package. The U.S. is issuing $1.9 trillion in treasuries every year. The Fed is about to end QT, quantitative tightening. Canada is starting QE. Global M2, that's fun. It's the same thing, right? Global M2 money supply is sitting at record highs. So much liquidity is about to flow into the market. Do you think these things are signs of the bull market ending? Which I like that post. I can tell you, I can tell me and you on the same page, but you got a job to do. No, I'm not completely bearish. I have hope. I have hope that things work out. All I'm saying is, look if we do go into a bear market, if prices do pull back, which we're not sure that things are going to stay where they're at right now. We'll see if Bitcoin hits another level, right? But I will say if we do pull back, it is your time to load up on your favorite projects. September non-farm payroll rose 119K, beating expectations. August revised down from 4K to 22K, -4 to +22. Unemployment rate rose up to 4.4 versus, okay, so unemployment went up, but non-farm payroll rose. Our average hourly earnings dropped to 0.2. Okay, that's not good. Beating expectations. Initial jobless claims fell to 220K from 232K. But yeah, rate cuts looking less likely, I guess, since we had good information. Nigga, stop. Literally nobody knows or can read you better than me, but okay, I'll play your game. I mean, we don't know. The thing is, like, we don't know. It's hard to tell. Let's ape into Wolverino. I know, right? Hit that like. Yes, if you guys could like the stream and repost and subscribe to the channel if you like being here. Would appreciate it. Yeah, but who knows, right? No one really knows. The thing is, like, we have the Trump dictator, right? He can just literally say whatever he wants and like really send the market into Valhalla. I mean, who knows, Oh no. Dude, crypto people are getting their channels terminated too. I think you're missing the point. It's not about the channel. It's the entire industry at risk. We need to do something really good with this. Hi, we hear you. We really appreciate you sharing your thoughts. Did the crypto banter get their YouTube destroyed? No, it's still here. Yeah, but YouTube is going after crypto channels too. So we might get cooked on YouTube, but obviously a lot of the engagement comes on X anyways. Are you streaming on Twitch? I'm not streaming on Twitch. No, honestly, I don't think that Twitch is like the best growing platform. I think it's, if you understand what Twitch is, you understand that it's actually slowly dying. It's slowly dying. When it comes to streamers, and I made 2 accounts on Kick and they both got banished. I have no clue why. So I don't know, but I like X. I think X is a good platform. I think that X, obviously in the beginning, a lot of people were unsure about it, but I like it, and honestly, it's where crypto lives and dies. Streaming on Twitch is ass. Twitch is shit. It's not that it's shit. It's just like, it's good, but it's a dying. If you understand like what's going on with actual streamers, it's kind of a dying platform. Yo, what's good, Rodney? I think Trump's going, and that's, I mean, you got to give your hats off to YouTube because YouTube's been here through it all. Yo, what's good, Rodney? I think Trump going to want to pump his bags to the holiday, so I'm doubling down here. No way we're going to bear right now. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Because he's made so much money already, and he has a lot of unrealized gains. Like, at the end of the day, Trump has made a ton on his meme coin. World Liberty Finance is going to make a bunch of money. The whole deal with Binance and those sorts of things. So, yeah, X spaces are nice. Yes. DCing is the best thing you could do. How about Zora? No, I haven't. I'm not doing a streamer coin, guys. I know people want me to do a streamer coin. Like, I already did a meme coin one time. It's just too much money and time, Let me see. So World Liberty Finance says, prior to World Liberty Finance's launch, a relatively small subset of user wallets were compromised via phishing attacks or exposed seed phrases. Since then, we've tested new smart contracts logic to safely reallocate user funds and verify users' identity via KYC checks. Shortly, users who submitted tickets and satisfied the required checks will all have funds reallocated to new secure wallets. I mean, I don't know. I don't think World Liberty, like, this is like looking more like a fucking meh. Like, maybe the price will pump, but it just seems like another way to make money. So they're making people KYC because there's attackers. Like, do we know that? Where's Zach XPT? Do you think 11 million, 10 million is not difficult when you start at 22 years old in crypto? I mean, you have a ton of time. I think just don't do what most people do, is just try to get rich on shit. Just buy the good plays, you know. But I couldn't tell you. I wish I started crypto at 22. So we have another crypto channel being deleted on YouTube. Jesus. So my YouTube channel, the 100X Club. I mean, if you're doing the 100X Club, I think they're going to get you, right. Has been permanently banned and removed by YouTube. My appeal was rejected, and I've been told the decision is final. They won't put my channel back up. For the last months, my channel has been hit with repeated warnings and strikes. Every single one was overturned after human review because they were false. And yet today, my entire channel is gone. I remember 2 years ago starting to stream from my baby's room, having 0 views for weeks, no views, no reach, no voice. That's crazy. So they're clapping channels, dude. Keep in mind, guys, that, you know, crypto YouTube is such a small, it's still so niche on YouTube, even though we think it's big in our lives, it's still really niche. And they don't really care if they lose the crypto people. I don't think they like it. I think because online gambling has become such a problem, you know, gambling has become such a problem. So if you're shilling any sort of gambling or anything like that, if it even looks like it, they're coming after you, you know, which is crazy. But you know, so it's part of the game, you know. But, you know, obviously during these times, 1 second, I have 3 streamer coins. I may make one more, monitoring my solo miners. There it is. Hey, you're grinding, baby. Yeah, I get that. I've seen some decentralized streaming platforms. For example, DLive doesn't seem bad. There's some good ones, but you want to make sure, like, you know, you're on ones that get engagement and whatnot. You know, it's like I said, crypto is a niche space, and usually the people that are established get the most views. But they don't care if people, you know, are getting banned on YouTube. Crypto YouTube is such a, if all the crypto left YouTube, they wouldn't even cause a tiny dent, right? YouTube does not mind promoting gambling companies. You can't promote gambling companies. What is your top 5 meme coins in this cycle if we get alt season? I mean, you got to stick to the top meme coins, right? If I'm max bidding anything for, you know, them to pump, you know, I'm looking at obviously Doge, Shib, Pepe, SPX, Brett, something like that. Did you make purple belt yet, Roddy? No, I have not. No. Kick in crypto and gambling. Kick is crypto and gambling. Yeah, kick is fine. The truth is, guys, we're all moving to a like prediction markets are gambling, right? We're moving towards that. You know, like prediction markets will never go away because people love to gamble, and if they can gamble on every little thing, like why not? Because the truth is, when it comes to like prediction markets, like you're an expert on things that some people aren't. Like you probably tapped in more to some things than people aren't, you know? So there's something for everyone with prediction markets. There just is, you know? There's so many things to bet on in poly market. There's just so many. But right now, you know, during these times, it's the times to look at good, solid plays. And regardless of what you say, Zcash is looking pretty damn good. Is it because we need more privacy? Maybe. Are people actually using Zcash? Maybe. But people are buying it. Is it speculative like most things in crypto? Maybe. You know, and that's why I love meme coins so much, because there's usually no use case or utility. You just kind of come as you are kind of deal. You know? Adraman, what's up, baby? How we doing? Yeah, generational entries on Brett and Lofi for sure. Unfortunately, you know, Lofi's on Sui, and Sui had a little bit of a, you know, the whole deal with, you know, CETUS protocol, the largest liquidity provider, you know, took a dump, and it affected the whole chain. But I've, you know, back to the YouTube thing, I have seen a lot of YouTube channels getting strikes and those sorts of things. I think my channel is relatively small, so I'm not getting attention just yet. But I don't monetize a lot of my videos just because I don't, you know, I just, you know, I don't know what's family friendly and what isn't, you know. We just don't know. You know, Aster got listed on Coinbase, which is pretty cool. I guess we'll talk about that later. But you know, Zcash and privacy and those sorts of things, like it's hot right now. Realistically, what price do you see Brett reaching? I think it's still possible, like a $5 billion market cap size. But you know, the truth is, meme coins aren't hot right now. They're just not. You know, meme coins are not hot right now. It's been a bad year for meme coins. Like a bad year for meme coins. Not only that, we haven't had any new blood in the meme coin space. I mean, the newest thing we had, 1 second, was Meme Core. One second. Meme Core, that's new to the top cryptos, even beating out Pepe. Barely, but still beating out Pepe. And it's a BNB coin that's relatively new. But I think this thing got, at least it was listed on CoinMarketCap in July. So who knows how long it's been around, but probably around that time it was created, right? Because usually these legit projects get their CoinMarketCap listed right away. You know? But yeah, if you believe, I believe that meme coins will make their comeback. You know, I think they will. But if I'm going to be bidding on meme coins, I'm going to be bidding on the top ones just to play it safe, you know. Vape Cabal, Hayden ruined memes. You could say that. Here's the issue: like, it's too easy to make a meme coin now. It just is. You don't need any technical, you know, stuff. You don't need a technical background. You don't need to pay anybody for a contract. And I guess that's fine because, you know, you want to make it so everyone can do what they want. But you don't get that exclusivity. You know what I mean? It's not exclusive. And what are meme coins? Are they celebrity tokens? You know, it's just like, yeah, of course, you know, I wouldn't say they ruined memes, but they definitely made them look like just what people think they are. Because memes, people always shit on meme coins and say, oh, utility this, utility that, blah, 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 whatever. I think the appeal of a meme coin, especially in the beginning, was the fact that its supply was so high and that you can get like a lot for a little. And it made you feel like if it hit $1 or 1 cent, you'd make a ton of money. Like that was the appeal. But at one point, Bitcoin was worth that. It was worth, you know, hay pennies too. And that Bitcoin was that. Dogecoin was created 5 years after Bitcoin. Like meme coins are just as old, almost as old as Bitcoin. Like it's not some new thing, but it's not even a meme coin. Like Doge is a meme. Doge, the dog, right? Bonk, Pepe. Like those are memes, but MTG token, you know, or what do they call it? I don't know, whatever pro gamer token they made, you know, like, and now it just became like, oh, we know these tokens are, we know that they're all, you know, heavily sniped and they own the supply and those sorts of things. You know, we know that most of these tokens that these guys are talking about are never going to make it past a certain market cap size, and their shelf life is a fucking week, maybe tops. You know, like that's where we're at right now with meme coins. You know, I promise I'm not being a hater, but it's not as fun anymore. It's because, you know, it's just not the same. Meme coins don't mean the same thing anymore. So celebrity meta really fucked it up. Because what the celebrity meta did is it probably got a bunch of people in the crypto that weren't in the crypto that didn't make any money, you know? Whereas back in the day, if you got a Shiba Inu or Saitama or something, at least you got in and you made some money, but it wasn't your favorite celebrity telling you to buy so-and-so coin. And it obviously not working out. Like shameless meme coins, you know, like shameless, like ones that obviously weren't going to work anymore, you know? What's up, Isaac? How we doing? What's up, Uvi? How we doing? Welcome to the stream. Guys, if you could repost the stream, like the stream, subscribe, if you like being here. Just like it. It's free to do, you know? Yeah, so the state of the trenches are bad. And, you know, it could be switching back to utility for now. Because remember, you can be a small cap project and still be utility. Like there's plenty ones, right, that are doing good right now. And that could be doing well, that are building out. Like one obviously is a project I'm working with called Fog. You know, they're actually getting stuff out there, but it's not a meme coin, right? This one, pretty good chart despite what's going on in the market. Good liquidity to market cap ratio, and they actually have, you know, their swap. It's all about privacy, right? So they're going on the privacy meta, right? So, I mean, and it's a small cap one that you could get into, and it's doing pretty well despite what's going on in the market, right? Better than most meme coins right now. So utility might be a part. And like when you're looking for utility, guys, look for utility that serves the crypto space, because I don't think that we have utility that transcends the crypto space just yet. We just don't. It's just utility for crypto people, And privacy is the narrative right now. It's a meta. Good old days of SHIB. Yeah, you're not going to have those days anymore. At least for not for right now. If a trend starts again, we might see some of those things. But I just, you as a developer, you have to give these products a chance to do something, to break $1 million in market cap. You got to give these products a chance. Like usually these guys don't give them a chance, like a fighting chance. They just rug them. Dan, the crypto market looks like Hawk to a girl's career. Oh yeah, crypto did her in, really. The Hawk to a chick, crypto really did her in. I remember that. What's up, Crypto Pimp? How we doing? Yeah, Shiba Inu, man, the good old days. Whew. What's up, Obeyed? Got the gaff going. Yes, sir. It's tough out there, right? Hey, the narrative right now is utility. Get in, Get in, get into the utility plays. Fuck it. Is the correction over? Let's see. Crypto Rand thinks so. Crypto correction over. I'm starting to buy. Did NVIDIA earnings just confirm a full AI boom backdrop for risk assets? So obviously, right, crypto's a risk asset, right? With Bitcoin in peak in fear and forced capitulation, I'm live in 1 hour to show. I don't think anybody knows, but it is nice signs to see. Nice to see crypto did bottom at least, right? Twice. So we'll see. Obviously, these charts are way, they're zoomed out a little bit. But what happened to Ben ETH? I know. Even that, even those plays did pretty well, But I think Ben ETH got banned from X. I remember that. That whole situation was interesting for sure. That situation was interesting with Ben.ETH, I thought it was funny. Happiness says the pursuit of happiness continues. Appreciate you. All over the monkey. Appreciate you guys popping in the chat. Thank you so much. How are you sick already? It's not, dude, it is cold. It's like 30, 40 degrees here. That's cold to me. I keep forgetting that I need to sleep with the heater on. So I'm definitely sick, but I'm always getting sick. Like, the truth is, like, no one knows, but just buy the dip. Hey, if you're in crypto, you're locked in, this is the time. And maybe we go lower. Maybe we go lower, but who knows? Who fucking knows? I don't know. I can pretend like I know, But there's a lot of things going on outside of crypto that's going to affect us. But a good piece of news we got yesterday is the fact that NVIDIA had good earnings. These are the rate cut odds in December. They have dropped sharply, bearish for crypto. So communities are the best utility for memes. With the oversaturation, that's the only thing keeps the memes. True. Yeah, you need a strong community. You do need a strong community. That is true. Chill your bags. Chill your bags. Show up to spaces. Make spaces. Don't give up. That's important, right? Not giving up is important. You've come too far to quit now. Jayhawk, we're definitely going lower, but I'm here for you. And what if we don't go lower? Oh, fuck. Oh my God. Andrew Tate out here fucking shilling shit again.
There are two specific solutions, which I guarantee are going to save most people, most common, good, hardworking, decent people who made money and don't want to get raped by the government from going to jail. And now I'm tasking you to do a little bit of research. Zero knowledge proof. This is what you're looking for. Zero knowledge proof privacy solutions, and send me your top 5 answers. And let's see if anybody can get the correct.
At this point, this nigga's just a KOL. I fuck with Andrew Tate heavy, but he's just a fucking
zero knowledge correct. Token fluctuates a lot.
So he's shilling what 1,000 tweets, 1,000 retweets, and I'll give you a clue. ZKP Privacy Solutions, though, will change how you use crypto forever. So is he making a new? Is he making? He's probably making a new fucking project. Black Eye Club, don't trust. Yeah, but he's a fighter, so he's just probably sparring. Got a black eye, got a shiner. I'd say I'm wrong, but we in the comment sections know I'm right. Yeah, so I don't know. Andrew Tate's launching something else, I guess. Like shit like that, because we know what it's gonna be. We know what it's gonna be. Aster is not listed on Coinbase. It's not? I thought it was. What do you think of Midnight Token running on Cardano? I don't know much of it, Gonzo. I'm not really in the the Cardano community. What's up, LFG? How we doing, GMGM? Everything is a scam, huh? Well, Stone River, it depends, right? It depends how you look at it. Like a scam is something that's saying it's offering you something it doesn't deliver, right? We're going to do something and it doesn't happen. There's plenty of products that like do something, put a product out there, no one cares about it, so it doesn't do anything. There's plenty of projects out there that don't offer anything, just a meme, and it doesn't do anything. So you could say by that definition, most everything's a scam. I mean, in crypto, most everything goes down for sure. But there's money to be made during that process. That is true. Like there's some clear scams or bad projects, which like Saitama, for example, like it still went to a $7 billion market cap size. It's in Kraken. Oh, it's on Kraken. I thought it was on Coinbase. But I don't know anything about the Cardano ecosystem really, but that's the cool thing about, tokens is that there's always some community doing well. I know XRPL is looking pretty good. If you like XRP tokens. Oh, he got his YouTube account back. Nice. So if you guys didn't know, if you guys are just getting in here, a lot of YouTubers are getting their accounts taken down. So I think they're just cracking down on like, unrealistic like promises and those sorts of things. So the average crypto holder needs at least 200 plus 233% to break even. Is that how you guys are feeling? Are you guys mostly down in your portfolios? Let's see Andrew Tate launch another coin. That's going to be interesting.
If you go out long enough, assuming there's a continued improvement in AI.
So Elon Musk says, let's listen to this. Elon Musk says, in 10 to 20 years, work will be optional due to the rise of AI. Money will stop being relevant at some point in the future.
And robotics. If you go out long enough, assuming there's a continued improvement in AI and robotics, which seems likely, the money will stop being relevant at some point in the future. There will still be constraints on power, like electricity and mass. The fundamental physics elements will still be constraints, but I think at some point currency becomes irrelevant.
Jensen, any thoughts?
By the way, the NVIDIA earnings call is later today.
And by the way, since currency is relevant.
Cheers.
Elon's not retarded, but, obviously, it's a different time, with AI and stuff like that. We may get to a point where we do have little robots and stuff. AI is doing everything. I just think that with these companies, like they're going to do anything they can for the bottom line. Thank you so much, Savage100X, for the $5 donation. Oliver, shout out to the Oliver community. I appreciate the $5 donation. Appreciate you guys. 56K market cap. God damn. Is this the one? BP with the Oliver emojis. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the $5 donation. Thank you so much. This can't be the right one, right? Ain't no way. I don't think we're actually are we in a bubble? I think really, but I was listening to some things yesterday and it said like we may be at the beginning of a bubble, which is probably where you want to be. It's probably where you want to be. Mia Khalifa just bought. What the fuck is this? People just say shit on X. I swear to God. People literally just say shit on X. And I don't think Elon's retarded. Elon, obviously he's not retarded, There's a lot of beef going on with Aster and MAXC right now so apparently Aster is making it so you get points if you get liquidated, like some sort of points, right? So James Nguyen is like all out against Aster. He's shorting Aster and those sorts of things, which I think Aster is going to be fine no matter what because it's an association with Binance, and obviously James Nguyen is not known for being correct all the time, but he's shorting Aster and those sorts, which I think is hilarious, Yeah, so Aster will launch Machi mode because big Machi brother, big Machi big brother, big trader in the space. I don't know how these guys have all this money to be getting liquidated. Kudos to them. But Aster will launch Machi mode next week. You get liquidated points for getting wrecked. This is one for you, King. So they're partnering with Big Machi, right? And then obviously MAXC is doing their thing, and promoting James Nguyen. So serious question. Do you play to win or play to lose? AsterDex gives you points for being liquidated in Machi mode. MAXC is giving cash prizes for those who perform. Trading competition starts December 1st on MAXC. Fuck Aster. Their UI UX sucks anyways. At least MAXC brings centralized exchange liquidity while keeping the option for not. I don't know if they understand, but Binance and Aster are like this, son. Caleb, thank you so much for reposting the stream. I appreciate you. With Brian Armstrong, Coinbase working behind the scenes to push Clarity Act and being publicly traded, how do you see the base chain and all its ultimately in the next run? I think base is going to be fine. Coinbase is one of those exchanges that Coinbase is one of those exchanges where it's going to be okay. They've been through so much shit, and obviously Brian Armstrong, big pro crypto advocate. That's never changed. He's always been that. So it's not like novelty or new, but I think the base makes its own like coin. I think it'll do well for sure. And I think I honestly thought the base, if the bull run kept going, I thought that the base ecosystem would be the hottest thing right now or up next, But it's interesting to see that we have Aster versus MAXC, which is funny. Don't let CZ get involved. Obviously, MAXC was in a little bit of trouble because people were saying they couldn't withdraw funds and those sorts of things, which I don't know how true that was, but unfortunately, we got dumped on by a piece of shit, but we are still standing. Well, hey, shout out to you guys, Oliver. Yeah, 56K market cap. I mean, how can you say the guy's a piece of shit? He's just making money. I never call people pieces of shit in projects. It's like, what if they're just making money? What are they just here to make a buck? What are your thoughts with Coinbase and the X post just saying December 17th you own coin? I think so, Joshua, or something, or some sort of like pro crypto initiative or something like that. But it could be their own coin. I think they've been warming up to the idea. Like Coinbase is seeing like the success of other, or at least Base is seeing the success of other networks. I've always said that a lot of people saw the success of Solana with streamer coins and those sorts of things, and just people building on their network and how big it is, and they want to get a piece of that pie too. But who knows? Could be. But we'll see. We'll see. Obviously, Coinbase doing a lot. Like out of all exchanges, I really do love Coinbase. They don't have the most volume, but Andrew Tate at it again. Join today, make money today, buy crypto today, double your money next pump. Simple, double your fiat here. Let's go to this website. Join the real world, Crypto 2.0. Let's see. Let's check out Andrew Tate's website. Our plans are 98%. I bet you they're not 98% sold out.
The revolution for making money online is here.
Closed my first $10,000.
25K.
100 grand a month. People are making money and they're doing the exact same things I'm doing.
The Real World is a cutting-edge application and educational platform.
Today,
Every single transformation.
you have access to a community of people who already succeeded.
Oh boy, here we go. Obeyed, member for 28 months. Is imagine how healthy or wealthy we would if the market held strong like Jay's gain is. What's the secret? That's true. Jay, what is the secret? The exit plan they never taught you. This has got to be a pump a dub group. Let's see, how do I join? How much are these plans? Hey. Okay, so the $49 a month is sold out. The $69 a month is sold out. But the Conquer, $99 a month. Let's go. Let's go. I'm trying to conquer. Nah, it was a guy who was amongst us early and saying all the right things and decided he was going to take advantage, a scoundrel. In the meme coin space, it's like, well, someone's got to be X in liquidity. But I get it. Andrew Tate's going to save us all from this, though. Thank God. Can't wait. No problem with people making money, but I have a problem with lack of integrity. Yeah, it's a meme coin space. If there's one thing you should know from the meme coin space, it's like people are just in it for themselves, most of the time. Like they wish they could have sold on another person. So if someone's telling you something in a meme coin, just ignore them pretty much. Just do what's best for you. That's usually the way to go. Just do what's best for you. I love these like fake crypto accounts. Look at this. Alyssa, a girl who loves crypto. This is not her. This is some Nigerian dude for sure. Oh my God, she loves crypto. Let's see some of these comments. People are fucking stupid. Lovely, amazing, beautiful girl. Amazing girl, can we talk? Yeah, don't forget to capture the moment with your eyes too, because at the end, what matters is beautiful memories inside the mind. Okay, well, what's best for me to drop? These fries and shut the fuck up. Put the fries in the bag, motherfuckers. I recently found out my wife bought Bitcoin on KuCoin 2018, about 2K worth. And how do I get it back now? Drive to Mexico? Wait, what? Can you recover stuff on your account? How do I get that back now? Drive to Mexico? I don't know why you have to drive to Mexico. Why you get to drive to Mexico for? BRB. Be right back. Yeah, use a VPN. Well, don't do that. It's illegal, but yeah, don't use a VPN, but I would if I was in Mexico. But yeah. Oh, they want documents. Ah, got it. Yeah, might need to move to Mexico. But you can't use KuCoin in the United States? I didn't know that. Like KuCoin was an American company. Try using a VPN. It works. Otherwise, just wait. I believe KuCoin will be available in the USA. So it's not available in the... I thought KuCoin was... I don't use KuCoin, but I thought it was. That was an American company. That's kind of strange. That's actually pretty strange. You know? Pretty strange. That's the problem with this space. Everyone's in it for themselves. Together is the way. Oliver is for the people and meant to be a shining light in this. I hope so, Savage. People just say shit though, you know? People literally just say that stuff. This is crazy. So remember Tom Lee, the big Bitmine guy, the big ETH guy? He's sitting on $3.7 billion in unrealized profits from their massive ETH position, which is crazy. That's actually nuts. Wait, what? Hold on, I'm getting a text, weird text. So Bitcoin 76K. I mean, I can hope so. I hope not. Why are you streaming so early? I just feel it right now. I feel the stream early. I feel it right now, Kayla. You know, I'm feeling it. You know, I feel it. It's about 15K on KuCoin now, I think. I'll try the VPN thing. They might want you to KYC though. Like exchanges like that are probably going to make sure you KYC, you know, and like upload documents and those sorts of things. I mean, if you made the money before, like maybe there's a number you can call or someone to talk to, say, hey, you know, I had this account and so, you know what I mean? You know, Andrew, and the only reason why we, really the only reason why we did like not go below 89K was because of the whole NVIDIA earnings, which I thought was interesting. Right? Says a lot. I feel like getting some morning, but I didn't get. What the? Nah, it's Bitcoin 76K. Buy that dip, my boy. It is though. Jayhawk's just perma bearish. Jayhawk's literally at work right now, just tapping in just to talk shit. Bitcoin ETFs bought 75 million Bitcoin yesterday, snapping a 5-day. Okay, so we did see ETFs buy $75 million of Bitcoin yesterday, snapping a 5-day outflow streak, which is interesting. Hey, people are buying Bitcoin. Say what you want. Like I said before, like these guys are literally going to, dump and pump whenever they can, right? That fucking negative Nancy kept me from being broke though. Wait, who? Oh, Jayhawk. I know. Yeah, he's a negative Nancy. I know. Joshua says about to clock in. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for the info. You're welcome, dude. Enjoy the rest of your day. You guys see the Bitcoin X account? Bitcoin X account starts storm chasing. That was funny. Oh, did they delete the post? It's weird. I think whoever runs this Bitcoin account just had their alt up and forgot about it. So the Bitcoin account says hurricane season just 2 weeks away remaining. 2 weeks remaining. For the first time in a decade, there have been 0 hurricanes that made U.S. landfall and 0 Gulf hurricanes. Is this the result of renaming this the Gulf of America? Wait, I'm like, what? What the fuck? Yeah, exactly. What the fuck? What's up, Boy Butter? Dude, that's such a weird name. What's up, dude? How we doing? Shout out to Boy Butter. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Bro, we got an X stream at 5 p.m. Come along, Momo time. I cannot do. Hey, like I can't do that. You know, I cannot. You know, I cannot. Let's see if we got some news. What's up with the Epstein files? You know, what's going on YouTube? What's up with the fucking? What's up with the fucking Epstein files? You know what I mean? What's going on with Epstein? You know? My favorite news, breaking points. That's why I got to be negative Nancy. They got to be Nancy. I can't wait. Why I got to be Nancy? Can I be Nathan? Negative Nathan. Yeah, so no new news just yet. Was the MOG ETF post trolling? Yeah, probably. There's no MOG ETF. Oh, you like that name, huh? Gets you excited? Dude, yeah, it gets me very excited for that boy butter. I like boy milk better, though. Some of that boy leche. Some of that boy milk. Are the trenches actually cooked? You know what's interesting? Remember BNB was like dominating the shit coins. Now it's Solana again. There's some BNB ones in there, but it's literally Solana again, which I thought was hilarious. And, which is funny. Pause, goddamn. Ain't no pause here, bud. No, nothing on YouTube right now. Nothing good. Are we pumping? Are we dumping? You know? Solana will always dominate the trenches. Yeah. Every time we think that Solana's like done for, it's just not. It's just not. It is the trenches, right? Solana is the trench. They are the trenches. You can pause on me. Nasty. Trenches are still cooking. They are, but like, we had any good cooks? Yeah, news is pretty dead. Fuck. Feel some shit. Let's hang out. Why doesn't Jayhawk have a rating? Oh, we did see that. You guys see that Giga Chad's actually in Walmart's now? Did you see that? I did see that Giga Chad. You guys see Giga Chad, the actual project? Give me a second. Giga Chad, the meme coin. I like to see a meme coin win. That's pretty cool. Solana helped ruin crypto with the pump fund garbage. Congrats. You got your shit coins that won't be worth anything eventually and take all liquidity out of actual crypto. Gotta love it. That's true. That is true. Hey, whenever there was, I mean, Trump token, I remember when Trump token went live, a bunch of other Solana memes just dumped because the same people are dumping to buy Trump token. I remember I saw that. That was huge. Ain't no GM today. Everything's wet here. Not everything. Smash the like. Yeah, appreciate that. Sebastian, cuz he's my #1 hater. Why doesn't Jayhawk have a rating? What are these new crowns, my guy? Oh, because if you're like commenting a lot, you get points. That shouldn't ruin the trenches for a bit. Oh, yeah. I think that Trump token was the beginning of the end for the trenches, to be honest. Yeah. Do we have any like market like good? Oh, we have a 26 mil. Oh, bullish degen. We have a $26 million market cap. Wifmis is 24 million. Oh no, the official 67 coin. Giga Chad, it's pumping. It's up 50% because of the whole Walmart thing. I'd say that's pretty cool. Hey, shout out to Giga Chad. You know, hey, in Walmart, that's big for a meme coin. Hey, price went up 50%. You know, I mean, does it mean anything? I don't know, but good for them. Jake posting ass or stuff. I don't know why people are so surprised when tokens are bundled anymore. You know, like why are we surprised? You know, it's not. That's the meta these days. What's up with the Epstein files? Did we get like an update on the Epstein files? Just waiting for XRP, $1.96, Cardano, 32 to 36 cents, ETH. I'm a fan of all that. Yeah, could happen. John Cena is following Quacker X account. I'm telling you guys, some of these crypto products that get these follows, like literally they'll contact their social media, be like, hey, we'll give you $20,000 to follow this account. Like they're going to do it. You know, they're going to do it. So I don't know if it's a meme coin, but it probably is. Like I remember like Justin Bieber was following some meme coins. Drake was following meme coins. Like it was kind of crazy. You buying more bread? I'm not buying the bread dip right now, but I've been there. Yeah, but it's at 30K market. That's what I'm saying, you know. Because tonight will be the night. That's the spirit. Waiting for tonight. Whoa. When you will be here in my arms. Who sings that? Who sings that? Waiting for tonight. But you will be here in my arms. Hey, Bitcoin dumps, everything's dumping. Let's just put it at that, you know. Bitcoin dumps, everything's taking a shit. Copyrighted. Right? YouTube gonna fight. Whoa, it sounds too much like the original. Get him out of here. I don't know who sings that, but I know who needs to stop singing it. Yeah, Sebastian with J-Lo. Sebastian knows. Waiting for tonight. LFG. When you will be here in my arms. Dude, J-Lo looks hot for her age. Let's be honest. J-Lo looks fucking banging for her age. You know? Maybe that's what we need. Just look at pictures of J-Lo. You know? Not bad for like, how old is she? Like 80 or some shit? Not bad. Well, yes, but XRP looked horrible before Bitcoin dumped. Yes, it will definitely hurry the process up, but I'm also okay with, yeah. Fact, Shakira too. Dude, Shakira. Like, Shakira doesn't have the biggest butt, but she can move it, right? She doesn't have the biggest, like, hips and ass, you know, but she can move it. So, yeah, Sydney Sweeney, obviously she's hot. But who's one of the hottest ones right now, though? This chick? Oh, here it is. This one. Margaret Qualley. Yeah. This chick. She's got to be the hottest actress in Hollywood right now. I think so. This chick? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody forgot about Pi, lazy motherfuckers. Don't want to mine. Will lose their minds when it pumps up. Is the Pi network still doing well? Let's see how that's doing. I mean, you can mine a lot of things, but like, oh, it's at 2 billion market cap size. Yeah, the Pi network looks somewhat funny, but if you don't get your ass out of here. Can you guys be equal opportunity look up guys? Kayla, I cannot be looking up guys on my stream. Look, I get like you should be taken out of context. What do you mean she's okay? Margaret Qualley is top tier. You know, he's hot. You know, she's hot, bro. She's like beautiful, right? Now the white chick from Euphoria. Who's that? Let's see. Oh, Sydney Sweeney? She's in Euphoria? I can like girls that are not gingers, you know what I mean? This is Sydney Sweeney, though. That's a dude. Sydney Sweeney's not a dude. Yeah, Josh Allen. Yeah, I know. We know Josh Allen's girl. Selma Fudd getting in on it now. We know Josh Allen's girl's hot. We know that. Come to my gym when you're in CA. I'll show you better. Booty all day. I mean, there's ass everywhere, bro. I mean, a great ass is not rare, you know? Oh, we got the Oliver community in here now. That's how boring crypto is. We're looking at fucking cast members from Euphoria. Hottest chick I've ever seen, and she gets clapped constantly in that motherfucker. Wait, what? Waiting for tonight. When you will be here in my arms. Waiting for tonight. The white chick from Euphoria is a dude. What? She is? Oh, is this her? I can see some manly features now. That's a dude? Okay, that's the rib cage. Kind of looks like a dude. Plus, you get to train BJJ in my gym. I know, right? I've been kickboxing, but I haven't been BJJing a lot lately. That's a dude. And if you like chicks with dicks, I'm not mad at you. Right? This is so bad. This is why I don't get sponsors. You know? This is why I don't get sponsors. Yeah, it's a tranny. Hey. Stay gay if you fight after. You know? It's not. But let's all stand in awe of the hottest actress of all time. Uma Thurman, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Everybody, round of applause. Uma Thurman, hottest actress of all time. We love her. You mean he has a perfect naked body? Roddy likes the chick in Ridiculous. Actually, she's pretty hot too. Yeah, I know that one. The show, right? With was Rob Dyrdek. Uma Thurman. Ow! I feel good. I knew that I would, baby. I feel good. I knew that I would, baby. So good. So good. Angelina Jolie's so overrated for sure. Overrated. Overrated. Ba, 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 ba. Overrated. Da, 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 da. Chanel West Coast, aka the Negus Minkus. The Negus Minkus. What the fuck? What's Niga Minkus? Let's see. The Negus Minkus? What does that mean? She has a white boyfriend. I mean, she's cute. You know? Jello as a fly girl in Living Color. Oh, dude, Living Color. Hi, Rod. What's up, Chiliani Theorem? Appreciate you guys. Hey, repost the stream. Appreciate you. Happy birthday. Oh yeah, Margot Robbie. Let's yeah, no, you're right. See? Beyonce, she's black. You know, I don't really like black chicks. I'm fucking with you. It's 3 points off the top for black, right? Three points. Bang, bang, bang. Get. I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking. But if you're a ginger, you get 3 points automatically. Yeah, but Margot Robbie is. Let's be honest. Make sure you like and share to enter Rodney 100K giveaway. Absolutely not. 4 points. If you're 4 points is crazy, Nectar. If you're a redhead, though, you get 3 points automatically. Boom, boom. Right off the rip. Don't matter. That bush is red. 3 points off the rip. But Margot Robbie is elite. For sure. I'm just fucking around, Sebastian. LFG, Margot Robbie to Beyonce is a huge spectrum. It's a huge spectrum, you know, like that's a huge. Gracie Bond, let me see. All right, give us a guy that you think is hot, Kayla. I feel like we had to include you. But golly, can I even show this? Sorry for the retweet. It's just a lot, you know? All right, Kayla, no more recommendations for you. You already fumbled your first one. We can't. You already fumbled your first one. I know what Gorlock is. Rodney like those carrot top looking chicks. That's true. Well, yeah, you know what? Depending on the vibe, sometimes I like it more bouncy than the other day. I like women in general. That's true. Yeah, hey, I get it. We know who Gorlock is. We will not be looking up that. What's up, man? Chenky, BB Snake? Baby Snake? I don't know about that. We need some originality here, you know? Shout out to the BNBers. Appreciate you guys popping in the stream. All right, let's get back to crypto, guys. Yes, I know BNBers. How about Emily? Let me see. I did think that Brett will hit its all-time high too. Emily. Okay, she's like the first one on here. She must be. Who is this? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, I know. Okay, I get you. Okay, all right. Who's a cultured man? Stonk TV or cultured man? Good for you. Cultured man. All right, guys, that's the stream. Ain't nothing going on right now. Yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Maybe I'll stream later, who knows? But I just wanted to get in the morning stream. I love you guys. Hey, enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you do well. Hope you succeed. You know, the market's down a little bit, but at the end of the day, it could be an opportunity for you to load up on your favorite projects. Guys, enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.